Hey everybody out in YouTube world, it's Michaela again. Sorry about my crazy hair. Took a shower last night and I don't like brushing it after a shower because it's so soft. Anyways, um I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos as of late, and I've been researching a lot over the past few months and everything, and I wanted to finally come on here and be honest about what's been happening in my life. And I'm not going to go into severe details because my family might end up watching this, and my husband's family may end up watching this, and so there's certain things that I cannot bring up on a public platform just yet. And so if anyone is curious about the details of that kind of stuff, I'm going to try my best to skip over it. But if you want more information, comment down below with your Instagram handle or basically just your Instagram handle, and say you want me to message you and I can talk to you about it in private. But for right now, I'm going to leave some details out. So this is going to be kind of like my mental health journey. I was diagnosed with depression in 2014. When that happened, I went to a typical family doctor, took the typical, how have you felt this past week on a scale of like this or this, got diagnosed, and I was put on a medication called citalopram, and through that, it started not working anymore, so they upped the dosage. Actually, hold on. Let me back up. I'm sorry. My brain is kind of all over the place, so if I kind of laugh, it's because I'm nervous and I'm trying to remember stuff, so just a heads up. This is going to be kind of a long video, so I'm not planning on it for being very long, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I'm in a better mood today. That's why I feel like I can make this. Yesterday was National Mental Health Day, and I was hoping to make it yesterday, but I was not doing good yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day. Sorry about the crunching. It's my little dog. She's eating. Anyways, I just want this video to be real. I'm tired of doing the stupid, like, oh, well, I need to focus on this one thing and have like a whole list of shit to say, basically. I don't do that kind of stuff. This is just me. This is me. I'm real. Anyway, I was on citalopram, and I couldn't afford to go back, and they said to go back in 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling better. Okay, so let's go off the antidepressants. Okay, become suicidal. Okay. Going to the doctors, and they put me back on it, and it ends up not working very well. And they up it, and I become even more suicidal, more depressed. And so they switched me over to, I believe it was fluoxetine at that point. I've been on, I think, 7 different antidepressants now, which would be citalopram, fluoxetine, trazodone, paroxetine. Sorry, my brain is not here right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I found my little journal with everything. So I've been on citalopram, fluoxetine, trazodone, paroxetine, Wellbutrin, back to fluoxetine, and now I'm on sertraline. Which, sertraline is supposed to be the generic for, Zoloft. I'm gonna end up pausing this video quite a few times because my brain is having a hard time focusing right now. Lovely. Anyways, so now I am on sertraline, and that's for my depression. They originally had me on 50 milligrams, but I went through some pretty tough shit, and now I'm up to 100 milligrams per day. and I take it in the afternoon, so that helps a lot. Maybe I should have written some stuff down because my brain's not here right now, and it's really hard talking about this stuff. But anyways, and then I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2015. I was raped May 20th of 2015. I do have, I think, a couple videos about it on my YouTube channel. There's one that says my struggle, and that was a long time ago, like years ago. And then there's one that says hashtag Me Too, because I am unfortunately part of the Me Too movement. I was raped in 2015. The actual ending of everything was, I believe, September of 2017. He got, sorry, dogs are playing. He got 1 year in prison. He had been serving 7 months, so a year on top of that. He didn't end up serving the entire time, and now he's out on 4 years probation. And it originally was 3 counts of rape towards him, and he wouldn't admit to any of it, and so they took it down to aggravated assault and battery charges, and he pleaded guilty to that. So he does have a felony on his record, but he will not admit what he did to me, and I'm not going to go too much into that because I'm still struggling with the outcome of it all, and everyone keeps telling me to move on, to not handle it anymore, to just act like it didn't happen, when the actual thing was done. Sorry, I get kind of emotional talking about this. My family told me I can finally move on from it. This happened in 2015, and it's 2019, and it's been 2 years since the case was done. But it's still really hard because I just remember everything in that courtroom. I'm sorry. I just remember thinking, what did I do to deserve this? Okay. Sorry about that. Not that I was trying to force myself to stop crying. I need to get through this, and if I bawl for, the video's already 8 minutes long, so. Anyways, I was diagnosed with PTSD in 2015 because of that, and I still struggle with PTSD. As you can see, in 2016, I was diagnosed with anxiety. I don't even know where it came from. I was working a job at a ski resort, and I was a cashier, and I have been a cashier many times through different situations and everything. But I started getting really bad panic attacks. I didn't know what they were because I'd never experienced them, at least not that I could remember. And this weird tightness started in my chest, and it felt like something was sitting on me, and I'm just like, what's going on? It's hard to breathe. It feels like the walls are closing in on me. And at that time, I was prescribed hydroxyzine HCl 25 milligrams, which was supposed to help with that. And I was dumb and decided to take a full pill instead of half a pill, and almost fell asleep while on the job, but it helped me a lot. Excuse me. And I got not officially diagnosed, but I have social anxiety now. And my husband and I have determined that this year I cannot be around crowds of people. I have a hard time being in public anymore. I haven't worked in over, I think May of next year will be 2 years of me not working because of everything that's been happening. I was diagnosed, let me make sure I'm going in the right order. I was also diagnosed with major depressive disorder this year. I'm not going to go too much detail into some of the other stuff, like I said. I was also diagnosed with maybe bipolar disorder, but mine would be a special kind. It's called cyclothymic disorder, and I guess you can classify it as bipolar 3 because bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 are more intense and my mood swings are not. They don't last for weeks on end. I mean, my depression can sometimes, but my mood changes like that. And so I'm kind of unofficially diagnosed with that. But the biggest one that I came on here to talk about, and the biggest one I struggle with, again, I'm sorry, that's my dog. That's Roxy. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder this year. And for those of you that don't know what is that, it's also called emotionally unstable personality disorder, or EUPD, and then BPD. It is borderline personality disorder. I mean, there's 9 different traits, and I happen to have every single one of them. If you do look up information about borderline personality disorder, I do encourage you to look it up with an open mind, because there's a lot of stigma. And 90% of the time when you look up borderline personality disorder, there's going to be a lot of articles that make it seem like we are horrible, evil people and manipulative. That's not the case, you guys. They are referring to NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. There's so many people out there that do not understand that borderline personality disorder is not narcissistic personality disorder. There's so many articles out there that are wrong. One of the best places that I found information about borderline is from personal people, from an app and a website called The Mighty, and I'll link The Mighty down below, and I will make sure to link articles for borderline personality disorder. I didn't go much into the cyclothymic because I might not even have it, because I do have a borderline personality disorder. I never realized how much of a borderline I truly am. I will definitely be making more videos in the future, more about borderline. Right now, I'm just trying to let you guys know what's going on with me. Next time, I'm going to do my best to try to make a video of the 9 traits. And I might just have to, I'm going to have to leave some stuff out of that video too. So, with borderline personality disorder, okay, sorry, give me a second. I need to get my thoughts together. So with borderline personality disorder, my mood switches in a second. This past week, I think a couple days ago, I got super depressed over the littlest thing, because someone offended me. Someone said something about me or something like that. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but something happened and I got really depressed. And then I woke up today and I was in an extremely happy mood. I was giddy. I was taking care of the animals. And then I come on here, started to talk about the finishing of my rape case, and I started bawling my eyes out. Borderline personality disorder. My moods change. From what I've looked up, the best way I can describe this is like us who have borderline personality disorder, we have 3rd-degree burns all over our bodies. And that's our emotions. That's how sensitive we are. So if we start randomly screaming at you for no reason at all, if we block you for no reason at all, That's why. Because any little thing can get to us. My husband looks at me wrong. My husband looks at me in a different way. He's got kind of a deeper, gruffer voice, and so sometimes I take that as, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Kind of a thing, you know? And I'm just like, what is wrong with me? A normal person wouldn't do this, but I'm not normal. I'm a borderline, and it's not something I really like to talk about. Because I have done months of research, at least, I think, 3 months of research on borderline personality disorder, because I was doing things that I could not control. I was disassociating. Basically, from my understanding, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. It's almost like your brain's protecting you. It's taking you out of the environment, and you can't really see what's going on, you can't really feel what's going on, but your body and your mind are taking control, and you can't stop anything that's happening. My husband has had to tell me numerous details of things that I've done, and I didn't remember them at all. So dissociation is one of the traits of borderline. And so I have that one. At least I used to have that a lot more. But since being on the medication I'm on now, I haven't had a rage episode since, let me check my handy dandy notebook. The last outburst I had was September 16th, and that wasn't as bad as my typical ones. I was just so overwhelmed, and I told my husband to go fuck himself, and that's one of the things I'm trying to work on not saying to him, because it's extremely rude, it's not okay, and it really hurts his feelings. Anyway, guys, the last thing I wanted to talk about before I come off of here, I know there's no rhyme or reason for this video, there's no timestamps, there's no, oh, well, you know, what about this and this and this, and just whatever. I'm sorry, this is just who I am. I'm going to try to make more structured videos in the future. But for right now, I struggle with depression, major depressive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, borderline personality disorder, maybe cyclothymic disorder, anxiety, and social anxiety. Currently, I am on sertraline for mood disorder, for the major depression disorder, and for my depression. I am on aripiprazole. It is, I never thought I'd have to say this, it's an antipsychotic and a mood stabilizer, and because of the aripiprazole, I feel like that's why I haven't had a rage outburst in forever. I still get angry over little things, but it's nothing to the point where I go tell my husband to go fuck himself. It's not to the point where I'm big in my arms and my head against the wall, because I'm just not okay. I say prazosin, other people say prazosin, and it's supposed to help with PTSD nightmares. And I recently started having really bad nightmares, and I know it has to do with PTSD. A lot of it has to do with my family and that dynamic. And I'm just trying to come on here and be honest with you guys. Whether or not my family sees this, they're going to eventually, so might as well get it out now, right? And it's actually been helping me a lot. I've been waking up at like 9 or 10 a.m. almost every single day since then, and it's helped with my nightmares, and it's just so nice to be able to feel normal again. I'm also on lithium, which is actually a bipolar medication, and the reason he put me on it was because it's supposed to help with suicidal ideation. There was a time when I was extremely suicidal, and I think I might actually make a video of that. I'm gonna have to make a plan for making a video about my suicidal ideation, what all happened with that. I got extremely traumatized at a mental hospital. I didn't end up staying there, but I think I'm gonna have to make another video on that, and then again a video about specifically borderline personality disorder. But for now, I hope you guys take this with a grain of salt. I know it's a 20-minute video. Didn't mean for it to be that long. If you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it. This is me just being me and trying to be honest. I'm sorry that I cried. I don't like crying in front of people, especially on the camera where millions of people can probably see it by now. But I hope and pray that you guys know that I am getting better slowly. And I will link more articles about borderline personality disorder in the description below. That way you guys hopefully will not be misinformed, but again, do your own research. Just know that a lot of people compare it to narcissistic personality disorder, and that's not the case at all. If you are someone who has dated someone with borderline personality disorder and you feel like they're a horrible person and no one should be in a relationship with a borderline, the fuck are you doing on my channel? Huh? Get the fuck out of here. I don't care who told you what. I don't care how you feel. And I'm sorry that this borderline messed you up to the point that you feel like you have to be an absolutely horrible human being. Sorry. A lot of the times I thought I was a narcissist because of people that had been in relationships with borderlines or been around them. Borderlines are not horrible people. Narcissistic personality disorder are horrible people. They don't even realize it. A lot of borderlines don't realize it either, so don't mistake me for being a narcissist. Don't even go there. So, I struggle with mental disorders, and this is going to be hopefully more about my journey, and I'm going to try to upload, I'm hoping once a week. With my mental disorders, you never know when I'm in the mood for something. So, alright, everyone, have a great day. Yes, for those of you asking, I have a tattoo on my face. I'm awesome. Anyways, but guys, I don't want to go into too much more. One thing I do want to say about the tattoo is the fact that I absolutely hate my face. I feel like I have an ugly face. And so that's another reason why I have my nostril and my septum pierced, and why I now have like a Harley Quinn type tattoo on my face. Like, it's real, guys. That's a real tattoo. Anyways, we all struggle. I struggle, you struggle. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bastard. Don't be a dick. If you dislike this video, go fuck yourself. Bye.